Hi everyone, good morning. Okay, let me just make our people host. Yes. Okay. Samriddhi, can you make everyone host? Yeah, okay. Guys, please open your cameras so we can see who has joined our hosts and guests, everyone. You can open your mics anyways, you can speak now.
Good morning.
Hi
आपकी इजाजत
everyone.
Good morning. Namaste to everybody.
Good
आपकी वो
morning.
Good morning, good
Morning.
morning.
Morning, everyone.
डॉक्टर अजीत सिंह की वो परमिशन की इजाजत के लिए वेट कर रहे थे
Oh my
कि
God,
would
damn.
it you open your
Yes,
mic and then
absolutely. It's so good to hear. Pleasing था बहुत अच्छा लगा मेरे को ये सुन के.
and that too on the International Women's Day.
My God. Okay, तो अभी कितने लोग बाकी हैं अभी?
Good
Let me.
morning.
Good
नमस्ते
morning, ma'am. Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
Morning.
सत श्री अकाल जी
I am good. Just hanging in there.
Okay.
सत श्री
Oh,
अकाल
hello,
जी
sir.
सत श्री अकाल जी
Sat Sri Akal. How are you, sir?
सुपर
Sir is always super.
थैंक यू
Always
Ah,
शिवानी
sorry.
motivating.
Hi, Shwani.
Hi,
Wrong
Sarabhi.
questions. Wrong questions to wrong people. Wrong
Yeah.
person. Okay, give me 2 minutes and
यस सर
let others join. Who else are there to join now? There are people to join. I think Dr. Richa's team has joined, right?
Yes, Dr. Jit, I can. Yeah.
Okay. Dr. Hina, I have to make. Okay, she's there. She's also there. And then
Yeah.
who else is there?
Akansha is there. Sharmila is there.
Yes.
Hello.
Let me see who else. Okay, Sarabji is here. Shivani is here. Sarmila ji is here. Samriddhi, Akanksha, Dr. Ekla, Dr. Saranya, Chanjit. Everyone is here, I believe. Yes. Samriddhi has joined or not, I'm not sure. She'll be joining anyways. Oh, it's 5 already. I think we should start. We should not wait now. Just can we pin everyone in one frame? I'll just pin everyone in. First of all, happy birthday, Neha. Our research director has the
Thank
birthday
you so
today.
much. Thank you.
It's birthday.
Happy birthday, Neha.
Thank you. Thank
Happy
you.
birthday.
Happy
Thank
birthday, happy birthday,
you.
happy birthday, God bless.
Double celebration for you, huh?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay. Okay, let the people join. I think, shall we wait if it's still 100? Sir, what do you say?
All yours.
नहीं आप जैसा बोलेंगे.
नहीं, बाकी सब लोग से पूछ लीजिए. We should start. 96 हो गए.
96 हो गए, 100 कर लेते हैं डॉक्टर
हाँ
अजीत.
जी,
इंडिया का
जी.
मैच भी है, इंडिया का मैच भी है आज, राइट?
चलिए 100 कर लेते हैं. 100 कर लेते हैं, फिर ऐसी बात है फिर. नहीं अभी ज्वाइन करेंगे लोग. आई थिंक अभी संडे है तो एंड
98. 100.
100.
And
अरे ऐसे काउंट कर रहे हैं बैठ के.
ऐसे आज वो रन भी काउंट कर रहे हैं ना इंडिया के, तो इसलिए
जी.
फिर ऐसे
कर
काउंट
रहे
कर
हैं.
रहे हैं.
जी
Yeah,
जी,
but-
इंडिया विल विन टुडे.
No, definitely there is no doubt in that.
सर आप ही के शहर में हो रहा है ना? आप
हाँ जी, जी,
अहमदाबाद
जी,
में?
जी,
जी.
जी, जी.
सर इतनी भीड़ भाड़ में देखने नहीं जाते. सर कहते हैं घर से बैठ के एंजॉय करूंगा मैं, मुझे नहीं जाना है इतनी दूर, है ना सर?
Yes.
भीड़ भाड़ वाली जगहों में सही भी नहीं है जाना एक्चुअली.
बहुत ज्यादा रश है, मतलब ओवर क्राउडेड.
Overcrowded है.
Always fun, but it will always be there at home.
Yes, that's the best thing. बस 2 मिनट्स हम इसको 150 कर देते हैं.
कर लो सर.
2 मिनट भी नहीं, 1 मिनट में हो जाएगा.
ना ना, that
अब बॉस ने कहा है तो टारगेट तो पूरा करना पड़ेगा ना. है ना सर?
all yours, मैंने कहा ना, बिल्कुल.
चलिए आई थिंक लेट्स नॉट वेट, लेट्स
जी.
स्टार्ट.
10 हो गया, 11:10
यस 11:10 हो गए सर. बिल्कुल वी शुड नॉट वेट नाउ वरना फिर जो लोग ज्वाइन किए हैं ना वो भी हमारे. सो यस, कैन वी सी एवरीवन इन द फ्रेम? आई थिंक ये इतना ही आएगा फ्रेम में ना. वी विल टेक वन बाय वन पिक्चर्स.
हाँ.
Akanksha is there, our intern Akanksha. Can you take some snapshots please take, Akanksha? Okay. Yes, Dr. Shivani Desai is also there in the frame. Yes. I will also take some, Okay. So, guys, first of all, thank you very much for, joining, all of you, for this wonderful session. And let me tell you, the entire session has been planned and actually was planned just, I think, 36 hours before on the Friday night. Like we were planning for this session, but only, with the, one or two people. And then suddenly, our team dual sphere. I must appreciate Dr. Richa. Like she was like, no. My team is very excited and let's join for this program and let's start this initiative. And then I discussed with sir and he was like, let's make it big, let's make it grand. And we invited all of you and you were so kind that you all came, at such a short notice to, join this program and join this initiative for next, 1.5 hour. We are there. And guys, I'm telling you this agenda, if I, you will be definitely witnessing it. But if I tell you the agenda, it is so good. I mean, you all are going to learn a lot from it and you are, going to see the different perspectives. You all are going to, like a lot of things are going to be discussed in this program. So Again, very good morning to all of you. Very good morning to my all the guests, sir, our reputed director of board, Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, sir. I welcome you all the audience here to this wonderful program on Women's Day. That is the Spotlight session. We are conducting it for the first time, Spotlight session, and you will be seeing more Spotlight sessions on different days, different events. So the theme for today's event and today's spotlight session is reimagining women's health through the artificial intelligence and through the technologies. Right, as on the occasion of Women's Day, first, I would like to wish each and every woman in the world a very happy Women's Day. Right, and with that, I would like to tell this. So, definitely, when we talk about women, you see around, we have mothers, we have sisters, we have daughters, we have friends, we have colleagues, we have, everyone around. When you see, in your offices, in your colleges, in your, house, in your, surroundings, in your building. So everyone, everywhere you will see that, these people and the women's are, a very big support to everyone, and they are running lot of workflows, businesses, houses, finances, and I mean a lot. So it is must to celebrate them. It is must to celebrate them, and today is the occasion where we must celebrate our women around us, women in the world. And that's why we try to conclude this entire session on the Women's Day this is completely dedicated to our women's health, right? So we are going to discuss on this, and with that, I would like to call Dr. Neha, our research director, and she will be saying some word, and then we will go to our opening perspectives with our board director, Honorable our Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput, sir. So I think let's not delay. Over to you, Dr. Neha. Where is Neha? I'm not seeing Neha here. See, everyone is in the frame, but I was not in the frame. Wow.
She's saying access to microphone, Dr.
Oh, she has joined again, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Neha. Go ahead, please.
So sorry, I'm in a bad network, I guess.
That's
Yeah.
okay. We
Good
are
morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. A very warm welcome. First of all, thank you for the wonderful birthday wishes. And a very warm welcome to all of you joining us today for this special session, I can say, on the Women's Day spotlight session on the reimagining women's health. It's wonderful to see such a, such diverse group of clinicians, researchers, I can say, and healthcare professionals coming together to discuss something so important, right? So important. Women's health, sir, rightly said that women's health has long needed, more attention. We have seen
Neha, your network, I think, is yes. Please go ahead. You are on mute, I believe. No,
नहीं म्यूट में नहीं है
mute पे नहीं है, but I think the
ना
network problems.
नेटवर्क प्रॉब्लम
Okay.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes, you are audible. Please come.
Yeah.
Neha, that's okay. I believe we should spare you today. You should celebrate your birthday. I'm so sorry, but yeah, she's out, and I have requested her, so she is joining from, her
Will
birthday.
explore how AI can support better
Neha, you are
decision
not audible.
making and it can actually improve the patient outcome.
Neha, you're not audible.
It's coming and going. It's coming and going. It's like
Yes,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Neha, let
Understood.
it be. It's okay.
Uh,
So you celebrate, enjoy again. Happy birthday from all of us. Take care and happy Women's Day as well. Okay. So
Thank
now,
you. Thank you.
thank you very much. Okay. So now over to you, sir. Let's
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Very, very, very great
Over to you,
morning.
sir. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Neha. First of all, many, many happiness of the day. God bless you. Keep smiling, keep inspiring. Right. So we all should keep on learning from you because you are one of the great pillar for the
Thank you, sir.
organization. Right. God bless you. So very, very good morning from India to all
Thank
the
you, sir.
respected
Thank you.
members who have joined here from across the globe because many of the respected members have joined, started from the Singapore to Japan and all. So my heartfelt wishes to you. And a special occasion is of the International Women's Day, which is again my salutations, my respect to all the women because you deserve it always. You always deserve it. Today, the theme of the International Day, you can see Give to Gain. What a wonderful theme is there for this year. Give to Gain, it always focuses on the tangible action, which is giving respect, which is very, very important. And it is not today. In our mythology from last 2000 years, it was there that it was mentioned there in the manuscript that we have to respect the women. And who respect the women, he or she always gains the requirement. And at the same time, the second thing is the funding and knowledge and time to achieve gender equality. This is the theme behind it. So I would sincerely congratulate Dr. Ajit Singh and the CliMed, the entire team, Dr. Richard Goel Spear, and the entire team, and all the wonderful speakers for joining here and making it such a successful one, which I'm sure it is going to be a super successful for organizing this insightful section on reimagining women's health through artificial intelligence. So once again, happy International Women's Day. Today, you will agree that healthcare is entering a remarkable era where artificial intelligence, data science, and the digital innovations are transforming the way we understand health and the disease both together. And when it comes to the women's health, this transformation is especially important. It is not for India, but across the globe, because everywhere the women's health is a major concern, which is very important because women are the backbone for the entire family, for the society, and for the entire community. Since long, many aspects of the women's health have been under researched, underrepresented, and sometimes even misunderstood. It starts from the home to the community as well, wherever they work. But today, the artificial intelligence now offers us a real good opportunity to change that narrative through the leadership in the healthcare innovation, through reimagining how healthcare can become more precise, proactive, and personalized. You all will agree with me, AI today is enabling earlier disease detection, predictive health insights, personalized treatment pathways, better access to the healthcare information. But innovation must always be guided by the ethical leadership and the responsible use of the technology. That's the reason technology is very important, which should be inclusive, equitable, and the patient-centered. As the ultimate goal of the healthcare innovation is to have a better life for the people, especially for the women. In today's era, you will see that women are scientists here in front of me. All the women, they are the scientists, they are the entrepreneurs, they are the innovators, they are the researchers, they are the clinicians, and they are the leaders who are redefining the healthcare globally across. And this is one of the examples here that more than 100 people they have joined together here. Now women are empowering even in the STEM field because the NEP 2020 education, they talks about this, by which the research becomes more diverse, innovation is becoming more inclusive, and healthcare solutions are becoming more responsive to the real need of the society. As we celebrate today the International Women's Day, it is not a one day, it has to be continuous for the 365 days. With maybe the theme is give to gain. Let us collectively commit to a future where the artificial intelligence is used responsibly and ethically to ensure that every woman receives precise, timely, and equitable healthcare through her entire life journey. And I would like to conclude with this thought: when we empower and respect women in every way and empower the women in the science and technology, we do not just advance innovation, we accelerate the health and the progress of the humanity, which is now needed, which is essential. So thank you, and I wish this session a highly, highly enriching and impactful one with the words of the wisdom of all respectable, knowledgeable speakers which are gathered today, as you all are who's and who in your respective domain. So thank you once again for such a wonderful conference organizing. This is just startup. We are going to have many more in the coming time, which CliMed and Dual Sphere is already doing it. Every week something is happening. So my salutations to both these great people and all the respected speakers. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for the wonderful words. And I must say, let me share the flyer here. Okay, so let me start with the session. So first of all, you can see the many faces here also in the live session. Also, they are they are mothers, they are administrators, they are CEOs, they are scientists, and they are heading the companies. I mean, you can see the diverse faces and statuses of women here in our session, and this is so good. This is so good to gather everyone here in this wonderful session on the Women's Day Spotlight. So, guys, let me just take a chance and take a, I'm very glad to introduce them all. So, first of all, let me introduce our, partner in this Dual Sphere, Dr. Richa Goyal. She is the co-founder and CEO of Dual Sphere Consulting Singapore. And then we have her team, Dr. Hina Khan, Associate Director, HUR, Dual Sphere Singapore. We have Ms. Sarmila ji. She is also Associate Director, HUR, Dual Sphere Singapore. And we have Dr. Akanksha Verma. She is Senior Consultant, Pharmacoeconomics Modelings at Dual Sphere Singapore. Then we have Dr. Sarabji, Dr. Sarabji Sidhu. She is the head of clinical trial transparency in Astellas Pharma, Japan. We have Dr. Sivani Desai. She is a working woman, as well as she is the type 1 diabetes scientist and our board member at CuriosityRI. And we have Ms. Charanjit Ahuja. She is joining us from Noida. She is working in the medical coding. She is the manager, and she is educational experience manager, who is driving the operational excellence in the entire company. We have Dr. Saranya Sastry. She is the consultant sports and clinical dietitian working from Delhi. Right now, we have Dr. Akhila Reddy, who is heading right now the clinical pharmacy and drug safety at Wellness Hospitals, Hyderabad. We already, you have seen, we have Dr. Neha Surapia, our Director Research at CliMed. We have Dr. Samriddhi Kamath, who is our Director Academics at CliMed, and definitely to guide us and our head of the entire CliMed team, Dr. Pramod Kumar Rajput sir. I welcome you again, and I welcome all the guests. And let me start with this program now. So first, let me tell you the flow of this program, everyone, the audience. And I'm very glad to see that there are many people who have not joined in Zoom, but they are live. They have joined us in the YouTube. So I welcome you also as well. And guys, these guidelines are for everyone. So we are starting with the now the session. So first, there is a keynote address for the 15 minutes by Dr. Richa Goyal, and then we will be having the rapid insights from each of our guests for 2 minutes, and then we will have the panel discussions for 15 minutes, 2 rounds of sessions where we will be asking the questions, and then we will be you can just maintain the decorum of this session, and you have to if you want to ask any questions, if you want to put comments, or if you want to say something, please write in the chat box, either in the YouTube or here. Okay, and for the certificate, definitely we respect your time, and this is a certificate session, right? So you all have to be here with us, and at the end of the session, like 10 minutes before, we will be sharing the feedback form. That is also the attendance form, and whoever is filling that form, again, whoever is filling that form will be eligible to get the certificate. If you are leaving early, if you have some any kind of troubles in network, and if you are not able to fill the form, I'm so sorry, we will not give you the certificate. You'll not be able to get the certificates. Okay, so please be with us at the end, and I'm very sure you will not be disappointed after this session. This session is going to be fantastic. This session is going to be learningful. So with that, without much delays, I would like to call our speaker for today, Dr. Richa Goyal. She is the co-founder and CEO Dual Sphere Consulting Singapore, and working as advisory board members and directors at multiple CROs and other industries. She is a mother. She is the leader, and she has worked in multiple companies, multiple HUR companies, and headed multiple teams. So I don't think that we need someone better to discuss on this Women's Day on the health. So welcome, Dr. Richa, and over to you. And looking forward for your session now. Over to you, Dr. Richa.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit, for the kind and wonderful words. Hi, everyone. Welcome from all parts of the world. I am based in Singapore. So it's afternoon for me, but good morning, good afternoon, good evening to different parts of the world where you are. I'm truly blessed to be part of this session today, as I have always been a big supporter of women supporting women. I do not deny the fact that, of course, the male counterpart is also equally important. And before I come to this, I really want to give a credit to my husband, my father, because they give us the wings to fly. Right. I mean, I have two kids, right? 13 and 3. And at the moment, my husband is managing, right? No questions asked, nothing. How much ever time I take, no expectations. So, because they give us wings to fly, that's how we fly. Right. But a brief bit about myself before I share my slides.
I'm
My mother is.
sorry to interrupt, but I think that
जी,
that encourages us to have a session on the Men's Day also. What
हम
they say?
करेंगे करेंगे Dr. Ajit, we haven't forgotten. Yeah. So, okay, coming back, before I share my deck, I would like to just give 1 minute, another dedication here. So, my mother is a gynecologist, right? And I have been raised by my nani, my maternal grandmother, because at that time, what I could not understand, like how important her day to day life was. And I understood that pretty late when I had my kids, right? When I was growing up, I used to think like mummy ke paas utna time nahi hai, she has so many patients. And I used to visit her in my holidays because she was in a different city, and majority of my time used to be standing outside the OT waiting for her, because she was in the middle of a delivery or some case where a woman needs more attention, of course. But now when I look back and realize, I see how challenging, right, her day to day was, being a mother, being a gynecologist, attending a patient. So this fuels my desire and passion, and I think this gives us inspiration, and I'm very sure all of us have similar stories to share. Without much further ado, let me just share my screen, and Dr. Ajit, please be my timekeeper. uh, just give me a
Sure,
nudge,
sure,
like
sure.
richa ho gaya, okay? So because
Then
I don't want to take away anyone else's time, right? So
sure, sure,
yeah.
sure. Please, please.
Okay, let me know once you're able to see my screen. I'll do it full screen. Is it visible?
Yes, 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 yes.
Okay, so as we said, it was planned at the last minute. We are very glad to, Dualsphere is very glad to collaborate with CliMed Curio, headed by Dr. Ajit sir and Rajput sir as the advisor, and so many eminent panelists joining. So let's deep dive and discuss. Table of content ज़्यादा है, but I'll complete it in 15 minutes. Okay. Okay. The healthcare gender gap. Do we know one fact that majority of the clinical trials that have been designed through inception, they have been designed considering the male physiology more in mind rather than females. And this happens today as well, except for some of the diseases which are only pertaining to women, right? Majority of the participants are males. So there has always been a kind of an underrepresentation because of lack of education, lack of family support, ignorance, and females always have a habit of putting themselves at the last. They think about their family, their kids, husband, in-laws, parents, work, their team members, and when it comes to health, it comes at the last. My question to everyone here, and since I cannot see, maybe you can type in the chat, how many of us go through our health screening yearly? This includes mammography and pap smear. How many of us do it year on year basis, or go for ultrasound, x-ray, blood sugar, lipid level, or thyroid every year? Answer honestly. Or question to men as well, how many of you encourage women in the house to do it? If not, please start doing it. Right. It's been long. Hormonal and reproductive health has been poorly understood, and some of the health issues are often ignored, mental health being at the top of it. Right. There are so many changes, hormonal changes a woman undergoes, right from puberty till the time she delivers. There is something called as brain fog. It happened to me a lot. I used to forget where I have kept things. My husband used to look at my face ki मैंने तो ये बताया था, and I'm blank. कब बताया था? Right. So it happens, and most of them are still ignored, considered as a part of day-to-day life, or sometimes considered as that you are aging. This is normal. But no, these things need to be addressed. And with AI coming in picture, how it has impacted healthcare, how it is taking us ahead, how it is saving the cost and the time, let us see a bit. Impact on healthcare. Let's start bit by bit. Enhanced cancer diagnosis improves accuracy in cancer diagnostic process. There are so many software, so many tools available. I think governments across the globe are working very efficiently on this aspect to detect the cancer at the early stage. Breast cancer diagnosed at stage 1, cervical cancer diagnosed as early as possible can save millions of lives. Telemedicine for cancer screening. Let's say if people are in the remote area. So I was talking about my mother. So she has practiced in a remote village in Punjab, and she used to rely on Asha workers, Anganwadi workers a lot. Now, what I know is these women also have replaced their registers with tabs and can provide access through telemedicines through various doctors. This is how we are improving. Chatbots for mental health. Speak, ask for help. If somebody is not listening, then nowadays we have AI chatbots. Talk to them. Release your stress. I have certain hobbies, certain passions, certain stress busters in my life. And most importantly, as a woman, I continue to give certain me time to myself, which can include going for a long walk, listening to music, taking care of myself. But it is must. So because if I remain happy, I remain healthy, then only I can nurture a happy family and a happy team around me. AI driven fertility prediction. Because of the lifestyle, because of the stresses, infertility has come up with one of the major problems in the world around us. Right. Through various AI apps, fertility rates, or these can be improved a lot. So many apps are there nowadays. So this is how AI is making a big impact on healthcare. The research is an amalgamation of universities, AI companies which provide kind of enterprise solutions, networks, hardware. So it's not just one company who's investing into it or one government. It's a collaborative initiative by many people together. Okay, so let's understand two concepts here: language processing and cost effectiveness. Understanding symptoms in any language, chatbots. This has recently come, when initially we used to do a customer call. Okay, so there was a long wait. I know the pain when we were used to book our tickets through the railways, or used to have any banking issue. We were put on hold, and then customer care executive used to join. By the time, many of us used to cut the call, including myself. Right. But nowadays, because of these chatbots, I think talking and taking suggestions have become quite accessible. They are available 24/7. They are convenient and affordable. And the best part is they are trained to speak in any language. So let's say if I speak in English, or साथ में एकदम से if I change into Hindi and I ask question from English to Hindi, the chatbot will answer me in the language that I am speaking. Okay. More, as we are a country which is where many languages are spoken, chatbots are coming which can adapt themselves to Punjabi, Gujarati, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu, and other languages as well. So Being in Singapore, I have heard a chatbot just switching itself between Hindi, Malay, Mandarin, English, and Tamil. I have myself experienced this. Coming to cost effectiveness, now there's reduced need for travel and time of work. For many of the things, they can be done through teleconsultations, through video calls, which has become another major important step in healthcare. So do not ignore your health. And it can help in gaining access to specialist knowledge. There are so many apps these days where you are directed to talk to a specialist. Okay. um, Being daughter of doctors, when COVID came, my parents had to shut down the clinic. All of our parents are aging, right? So we cannot take that risk, right? So we had to shut down their clinic. But at that time, what thrived was, and how my mother survived, because through teleconsultations, patients used to call her, they used to take suggestions. So which means these barriers have been taken care by AI, and has a big role in the healthcare. Okay, so now AI is impacting bit by bit, whether it is cancer, whether it is mental health, whether it is just a physician, I would say, insight. We are still doing it. Now, as we have said, AI impact on healthcare. Just let's look at this one quickly. For telemedicine, now we have chatbots, we have language processing, symptom assessment in multiple language, and geographic reach. And I would like to give an example of our fellowship in HUR, which is coming. Me and Dr. Ajit, we thought we'll keep 20 students for that, right? And we have received 600 applications. And I'm not boasting here. I think, Dr. Ajit, except for Antarctica, we have spoken to people almost in every continent, right? This is the geographical impact and reach of AI and the internet these days.
So true, so true.
बस अंटार्कटिका रह गया डॉक्टर अजीत, अब वहां तो कुछ नहीं कर सकते हम. Yeah. Okay. So reproductive health innovation mein, let's see pregnancy care. Real-time assessment is performed in pregnancy. Early warning symptoms are detected. So I attend a lot of conferences in Singapore. This country encourages education, and majority of the conferences are given to entrepreneurs as complimentary. So coming to that, patients have been, in case there's a high risk pregnancy, patients are given a device, right, which is adjusted on their belly. And if the patient cannot go to the clinic, real time movements are sent to the doctor through the softwares. Okay, so these kinds of things have come up. Menstrual health. AI powered apps are used to track the cycles and predict the patterns, which can help in identification of irregularities and potential disorders, including PCOD. Fertility management. Predictive algorithms help in determining the optimal time for conceiving, and these can be integrated into various wearable devices as well. Okay, so as we said, of course, there are individual risk profiles, including environmental factors, behavioral factors, genetic factors, individual risk profile. So whenever you use an AI app, the initial thing is it always asks for your details, because then it will give you an answer accordingly, according to your age, according to your gender, your comorbidities, your health risks, your environmental factors. AI also accelerates drug development. So a lot of time is spent in discovering the NCE, new chemical entity, which can eventually become a blockbuster. So nowadays, what has happened, many universities, they work along with many software companies, enterprise companies, as I was saying, and they're trying to reduce those 5 to 10 years that were spent on finding that new chemical entity to have this in various minutes. Addresses research gaps. Focus on women specific research is there very much. Improve diagnosis and treatment. Everywhere if I go, there are seminars, there are sessions which I would say have an impact on healthcare, especially for women. Let's address the elephant in the room. That's the mental health. Many a times it is ignored. it is still ignored. Revolutionizing mental health care for women, right? That is what AI can be used and done. Early mental health risk identification, analyzing the data, analyze medical, lifestyle, social data. What our kids are watching these days, actually as a mother it is a challenge for me to minimize the screen time for my kids, and I'm sure many of us are facing the same. If someone has a better way of how to reduce the screen time, I'll talk to you separately. But yes, what our children consume, forget about children, what we consume socially through social media impacts our mental health in a big way. Identify women at risk early. There is so much of pressure from family, pressure to perform at work. Once we become mothers, suddenly we are asked, now you should slow down. Suddenly there are so many people appearing who are taking decisions for us. You should slow down. What will you do? Tum kya karogi? Your husband earns, right? Your family earns. No. I mean, a woman has the right to decide for herself. Timely intervention, prevent escalation, improve outcomes. If detected early, this can have a huge impact on mental health. And there are so many research which are being published these days. Revolutionizing mental health. It's easily accessible. There are chatbots available. There are so many centers. Anonymity is ensured. It is cost effective because instead of taking time, which includes our both direct and indirect cost. I have my modeler Akansha on the call, which includes the direct cost and the indirect cost like productivity loss. This can be done through teleconsultation. It is convenient, can be done at any time. They use NLP technology, machine learning, and evidence-based interventions are prescribed. That is how AI is working wonders in mental health. A much ignored topic need to be addressed. Okay, so personalized care for women's mental health. Focus is on improving mental health outcomes, tailored intervention. Not all of us are same. Not everyone's situation is same. The intervention needs to be tailored, and the needs are gender specific. I would say age specific. Whether you're a homemaker or you are a career woman, the kind of stress you go can be different. Now we have wearables and apps which offer various levels of support. Okay, there are feedback apps. They provide tailored advice based on the track data, wearable sensors, mood tracking apps. So some of my friends wear smartwatches. I'm trying to adapt to it because now I have realized the benefits the smartwatches have, tracking the steps and everything. My friends tell me that whenever their stress level is high, the smartwatch starts beeping. The dial becomes red, and there's an alarm which goes off saying that your stress level is too high. Just slow down, take care of itself. And I really, really love that concept. Okay, there are a lot of virtual support groups available. Connect with women, reduce isolation. Uh, Talk about it. Do not just let it pass. I know some things you feel, but then that this too shall pass, but become a part of those support groups. Read, educate yourself. Automated check-ins, monitor your health, provide timely support. The question still remains, how many of us have yearly health checkups, which include full body scans? Now, advancing health equity and inclusion. What is needed? What needs to be done? Inclusive study design. All of us are researchers here, majority of us. Some of us are clinical trial space, some of us are in health economic space, some of us are in education space, right? So whenever we design any study, whether it is non-interventional, observation, clinical trial, it has to be inclusive. There has to be a gender equality. Evidence-based women's health policies. So whatever policies are done, so they should be, or any healthcare decision is there, it should be gender inclusive. AI identified gender disparities. AI identifies that there is gender disparity, but the impact on inclusion is limited. Still a lot of work needs to be done. Data-driven insights. Analysis reveal pattern, but impact on policy is minimal. We should encourage more and more women around us to come forward and share their data, be a part of it. Current challenges, advancing health equity and inclusion, navigating AI implementation challenges. Everything has its own challenges, includes our AI as well. Consent and ownership. Generally, the line is blurred there. Lot of regulatory approvals are required. There is data diversity, which limits AI, comprehensive AI training. Data privacy, many of us are scared, and of course there are chances of leakage of data. AI transparency obscures decision making process. The tool, if we are working on any tool, we are designing on any tool, please ensure it is 100%, as transparent as possible. 100% is a utopian world which we all should achieve. Equitable access, equal access across all. uh, training needs to be provided, how AI should be used, when it is used. As far as AI is a friend, it can become a challenge as well. We are reading so many news that AI fired all the employees, AI fired the CEO of the company. I don't know what kind of days we'll see. Then algorithmic bias skews AI system outcomes. Again, a reference to my mother, right? So she has been practicing since 1980s, right? And AI and this concept is pretty new to her. Although she has a smartphone better than mine. She's on YouTube more than me. She's on, yeah, Facebook and Insta more than I use. But still, she also tries to learn and asks me, Richa, is AI for real? Is it beneficial? Can AI help me with this certain kind of diagnosis and prediction? So there is still a lot of need for the doctors to educate and to train them. Future opportunity. Global data sharing initiatives. Many of the countries have this inhibition where data transference is not allowed from one country to the other. Till the time we do not have a global data sharing, we cannot have unbiased decisions. Collaborative approach. Multi-stakeholder collaborations and partnerships are required with minimal politics and minimal red tapeism. Advanced predictive analytics. Akansha will talk about it in her panel. But yes, there are a lot of models which can be developed, can do predictive analysis.
ऋचा
Integration
आपके
of
पास 2 मिनट्स हैं अभी आप
last
ज्यादा
slide
निकल
है
गए हो
Dr.
आप
Jeet.
ज्यादा निकल
Last
गए हो ठीक
last
है
slide,
ओके
Dr. Jeet. Last slide.
ओके
Integration of IoT devices. What is Internet of Things, right? Okay, you should have like smartwatch, phone and laptop should talk to each other. Benefits of AI, cost effective होता है, accuracy enhance करता है, early detection में help करता है, personalized treatment, improved access and health equity. I think all these terms are self-explanatory. Okay, this is the last slide that I have. So this is how healthcare and AI are developing. Okay, with this I end and thank you so much. Thank you, Dr. Ajit, for keeping the time. And yeah.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So that was wonderful. That was really good. And I think you have covered most of the things in the, AI-driven transformation in women's health. So it was really good. Now let's, go to the rapid insights, which, involves all of our panelists. So we have decided to have some, questions. We have given some topics, but I will go very rough now, very raw now. I will just ask them, every one of you, our panelists, one by one. Please, put your comments, put your views on the Women's Day, today's Women's Day on the healthcare, in their health, in your health. What do you want to say? 2 minutes each, and then we can go for the questions directly. So in the rapid insights, let's take your views first. We'll start with Dr. Sarab Sidhuji. So, Sarabji, over to you. Yes, what do you say on this Women's Day?
For yeah, I noticed my question that you have given to me. And first of all, happy Women's Day. And I also acknowledge that what Dr. Richa said, that there is support system around us, the men who made us like this. Like I can recall my grandfather is not in this world, but whatever I have learned is because of his support. He used to push me. He used to dream for me. So that's I also want to acknowledge that. And aside from that, what we should focus now on, that we are in a modern world, we are not in a traditional world. So we should support each other, we should uplift each other, irrespective of, I will say, men and women. And today's Women Day, and definitely women first, I'll say, but men as well, like so so that we can create a good ecosystem around us, like and whenever we are together, Dr. Ajit or our team, like, do know how much we laugh. We
Absolutely, yes, absolutely true.
or there are times like people around us, they say, "तुम लोगों ने क्या खा लिया है?"
क्या खा लिया है? Yes, true.
Yeah, so because it's all happy environment, uplifting environment, right? So we should encourage it and we should live by it, right? And our half our stress will go away if we are, creating happiness for each other. So that's on Women's Day. And then if I wanted to say a few words on impact of AI, considering women in a clinical trial, it's quite a relevant topic. The participation traditionally is very underrated. Women's participation in a clinical trials is it's very underrated. And if I'm saying from my country, when I was working with WHO, especially, the women, especially we were having one project dedicated to women health. Still, they were not able to participate. And do you know why? They were having so many participation barriers, like childcare responsibilities, transport problem, and there are family environments also. Like, they were used to say that, oh, maybe my family won't allow me to travel to a clinic to to visit there, or sometimes they will say that my family don't like if I'm speaking to the doctors alone, there should be some person with me you know so now you say that with the modern things, like modern, we can say the decentralized clinical trial. Now we are going to patients' home. So all this is getting resolved because of AI. We are able to reach to the patient home. Now e-consenting is also very much possible because E6 guidelines, they are all, I'm not making it very technical. E6 guideline, they are also, they our principles has been revised, and they say that now focus on computerization and inclusion of AI. So this was the biggest barrier, and with the help of AI, this can be resolved to lot and extent. And especially if I'm looking at my country, because our dimensions are totally different from other countries. Even if I wanted to speak other few other topics like um, sex specific data analysis, like women specific adverse event, you can say the precision medicine, that can work better with the help of AI. So I think you have given me 2 minutes. I have utilized the first highest is where we can get help. We can overcome the participation barriers, and women can be a now a central part of clinical trials.
Yes, thank you, Sarabji. Thank you very much for your insights. And
Thank
now I would like to go to Dr. Shivani Desai. So she's the type 1 diabetes scientist, and I must relate it because I'm working in this domain for last 5, 6 years. Working for ICM as a scientist and handling all the diabetes related projects. I have seen that the women are suffering with GDM. Women are suffering with type 1 diabetes at the very young age, and
Mm.
even the girls kids are born with the diabetes. I have seen such cases as well in this project. So I would like to know more and to understand the insights from Dr. Shivani Desai. Over to you, Dr. Shivani.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit, and the whole team for this opportunity. And I would like to, first of all, happy Women's Day to all the women out here. And thanks to all the men who have never discriminated, this when men women thing, at least in my life, starting from my school, my families, and, even after getting married, everything was like, there was no discrimination. So whatever I'm able to do, it is all thanks to the men and women both around me. So coming to the discussion for today, that is about the type 1 diabetes, as Dr. Ajit mentioned, or any of the metabolic diseases, even type 2 diabetes, other metabolic diseases, especially for the women like PCOD. I would like to start and give an insight based on the prediction of the disease. So I'll start with a very old saying: every coin has two sides. This applies to artificial intelligence too, right? It depends on us how efficiently we can utilize this upcoming boom. Like Dr. Richa was mentioning about, AI has replaced the CEO. That is the other side, the sad side. Now, the lot of things she mentioned about how AI is helping us and still may help us in the coming near future. So this is the positive side. So it depends upon us how well we utilize it. So, when we talk about healthcare and management of diseases, the most important factor is not the treatment itself, but it is a diagnosis. My mother-in-law is a doctor, and she has lot of patients coming back to her after ages just because of her diagnosis. She diagnoses so well that treatment becomes simple. So here we can use this AI in the diagnosis, in the prediction of the diseases, metabolic diseases, diabetes, and all other women-related diseases, and of course other diseases as well, because I believe a stitch in time will save nine, right? And to understand what to stitch, we need to thoroughly understand the root cause. So prediction of the disease becomes the most significant part of the journey of the treatment of any disease. AI is playing an important role in the early prediction of metabolic disorders in women, including like conditions like type 2 diabetes. Now, even women are equally, targeted by this disease. Initially, it was not the case, but now even women are equally targeted by diabetes, type 1, type 2, specifically gestational diabetes, polycystic ovary syndrome, and, all other metabolic syndromes. So these disorders are becoming increasingly common and can develop slowly without noticeable symptoms. So that here is the main problem. Therefore, early detection is very important to prevent the serious health complications which occurs after the disease onset. AI can analyze large amounts of data, health data such as blood glucose levels, body mass index, cholesterol levels, blood pressure, insulin levels, etc., to identify the patterns that indicate a high risk of developing diabetes or metabolic diseases, any other diseases also. In women specifically, additional factors like menstrual cycle irregularities, pregnancy history, previous history of gestational diabetes, all these factors can also be included in the AI model, and this can improve the prediction, and accurately it can predict the onset of the disease or the pre-state of the disease. Along with this, machine learning algorithms are used to study these patterns and generate risk scores that help doctors to identify high-risk individuals earlier. And hence, the treatment will start earlier, or even the prevention is possible in some cases. So AI can integrate the data from wearable devices, as Richa mentioned, from mobile health applications, with which can be tracked on daily basis, right? And apart from this, we can also use some platforms that collect the health information, the AI platforms that can support the AI-based monitoring and early intervention. This technology allows healthcare professionals to provide personalized lifestyle recommendations, such as diet changes, exercises, regular health monitoring. So, in a nutshell, I would like to say that has a great potential to improve women's health by enabling early diagnosis, better prevention strategies, and personalized management of the diseases, may it be diabetes or any other metabolic diseases. So I would like to, stop here so that we are in the time zone. Yeah.
Thank you, Dr. Shivani. Well said. And it's really, necessary to tackle the problem before it happens. So early diagnosis and, using all these tools and techniques can help, not only men, women, but everyone who is, getting into the serious problems or even the acute problems or chronic problems. So yes, it is very must. Now I would like to invite Dr. Hina Khan from the team Dual Sphere, Associate Director, HEOR, to put her views and put her insights. So, Dr. Hina, welcome. Thank you very much for joining.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit. Thank you, CliMed. Thank you, Curio. Thank you, Dual Sphere Consulting, for inviting me. I'm really honored and humbled for this opportunity. First of all, I would like to wish everyone a happy International Women's Day. And I would, of course, would like to take this opportunity to acknowledge and appreciate the men around us who are always there as an army and protecting us and helping us. So happy International Women's Day to them as well. talking about the agenda for today, that is how AI women is what is the importance of AI in women's health, and how real world evidence along with AI can help us in understanding gender specific health data. So in women's health, historically, it's the clinical data has been very much underrepresented over the years in medical research. And for decades, clinical research relied on controlled clinical trials and relatively small and highly selected patient populations. So while these trials are very essential for establishing the efficacy and safety, they often fail to capture the realities of women's real life health experiences. Talking about conditions like endometriosis or autoimmune disorders, PCOS, which is very often seen in today's world, and which is disproportionately affecting women. So many patients go through years of symptoms, multiple physician visits, treatment switching, and have a lot of significant impact on the quality of life before receiving a definitive diagnosis or an effective treatment. Yet, when we look at traditional clinical data sets, we only see a narrow snapshot of that journey. This is where real world evidence actually comes into the picture, and it becomes incredibly valuable and powerful, because it not only captures what is because we are already getting the clinical control trial data, but with real world evidence, we also can understand that what is actually happening in the real world in everyday clinical practice. And with the increasing digitization of healthcare, electronic healthcare records, claims data, registries, wearable technologies, which we have in today's world, patient-reported outcomes, we can now have an access to unprecedented volume of real-world health data. Now, the challenge historically has not just been the lack of data which was available, but the ability to analyze and interpret such complex data sets as well. Now, here artificial intelligence comes into picture and it makes real world evidence actually become very transformative, because it not only allows us to analyze large multidimensional data sets, it can also detect patterns across populations, and it can help us in generating data insights that were previously not possible, because having larger data sets and analyzing them was a tedious process. With AI, it has become easier, and the tasks which were previously very difficult, and it was difficult to identify patterns with traditional and analytical approaches, it has become easier with AI now. Now, coming to the next point for women's health research, this actually creates an opportunity for us to finally understand the disease patterns, the treatment outcomes, and also improves the patient's experiences as well. Because earlier, diseases like endometriosis, PCOS, it used to take 7 to 8 years to make a definitive diagnosis. So here, AI, real world evidence can together make this a transformative difference. So it can be used in a comprehensive and a more representative way. So this is how real world evidence can combine with AI and make a transformative change. Over to you, Dr. Ajit.
Yes, thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you very much. And it was so insightful, literally. So now we have Miss Sarmila ji. Do we have her here? And let's understand what she says and what are her views on. Okay, I think.
We need to unmute her, Dr. Ajit. She's there.
Okay. Yes. See, we are restricting people to join only once and to be till the end, right? Otherwise, if they are
We know,
joining
we know.
again, if they are joining again, we come to know.
Yeah.
Yes.
Then how we track, right? Yeah.
Actually,
Yes.
there is some network issues. So again, I
Ma'am,
joined.
thank you. So
Sorry.
sorry. It's okay. It's fine. Please go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. Okay. Good morning, everyone. And thank you for the opportunity to share my perspective on this important topic. And one thing, since this is a special Women's Day session, I would like to begin with some personal reflection, as already Richard told about his family and all. I'll take a few seconds for that. Okay. I come from a family with 3 daughters, and growing up, our father never once made us feel that our daughters should have limitations in their dreams or ambitions. So instead, he believed that education and confidence were the greatest assets he could give us. So because of his constant encouragement and belief in us, today all three of us are in very good professional positions in our respective fields. Okay, for me, that is one of the greatest examples of how support at home can empower women to achieve their full potential. So at the same time, behind that support was another incredible person, our mother. As a homemaker, she dedicated her life to ensuring that we had the right environment to grow, learn, and succeed. So sometimes the contributions of mothers, especially housewives, are not always visible in professional discussions, but their sacrifices and commitment shape the lives uh, and futures of their children in profound ways. Okay, and today, as a professional woman balancing responsibilities, I also deeply appreciate the support of my husband, who has been a strong pillar of encouragement during challenging times in my career. So, these experiences remind me that empowering women is not only about individual effort, it is about families, communities, and systems that support women to grow, as all of you told before. So, and this personal experience connects very strongly with a broader topic we are discussing today: women's health and access to healthcare. Okay, from the health and economics perspective, one of the biggest challenges in women's healthcare is not the absence of medical innovation. In fact, today we have remarkable advances in medicine, diagnostics, and digital health technologies. The real challenge is that many of these innovations do not reach the women who need them most. Okay, across many healthcare systems, there are still significant gaps in access. For example, conditions like cervical cancer, breast cancer, maternal complications, and metabolic disorders such as diabetes disproportionately affect women. Yet, screening and early diagnosis are often delayed. So, in many cases, interventions exist that could significantly improve outcomes, but they are not implemented widely or equitably. So, this is where health economics and outcomes research play a critical role. So, health economics provides the tools that help policymakers and healthcare systems make informed decisions about where to allocate resources for the greatest impact. So, through methods such as cost effectiveness analysis, budget impact analysis, and outcome research, we can evaluate which interventions deliver the most health benefits related to their cost. So, for example, studies have shown that investing in early screening program for cervical cancer or breast cancer can dramatically improve survival rates while also reducing the long-term economic burden on healthcare systems. So, similarly, preventive care programs for conditions such as gestational diabetes can reduce complications for both mothers and children. Okay, so when we evaluate these programs through a health economics lens, we often find that investing earlier in prevention and screening is not only clinical beneficial but also economically sustainable. So another important area that is transforming healthcare decision making today is the integration of real world evidence and artificial intelligence. So, real world data collected from healthcare systems, patient registries, and electronic health records can provide valuable insights into how diseases affect women in everyday clinical settings. So, when AI and advanced analytics are applied to these large data sets, we can identify patterns that were previously difficult to detect. For example, AI can help identify women who may be at high risk of developing metabolic disorders, cardiovascular conditions, or pregnancy-related complications. So, these predictive insights allow healthcare systems to intervene earlier. So, improving health outcomes while also optimizing resource allocation. So in addition, AI-driven analytics can help policymakers identify disparities in healthcare across different population, whether based on geography, social economic factors, or other determinants of health. Addressing these disparities is essential if we want to build healthcare systems that are truly equitable. So, however, technology and evidence alone are not enough. Improving women's healthcare requires collaboration across multiple stakeholders. So, government must prioritize policies that support preventive care and equitable healthcare access. So, researchers must continue generating high quality evidence that reflects women's health needs. So, healthcare professionals must advocate for early diagnosis and multiple care, and industry and technology innovators must develop tools that are accessible and scalable across diverse healthcare settings. So, and over when these different stakeholders work together, we can transform healthcare systems from reactive models that treat disease after it happens. So, to proactive systems that focus on prevention, early intervention, and long-term well-being. So, and as we think about the future of women's healthcare, it is important to remember that improving women's health has impacts far beyond individual patients. So, healthy women contribute to healthier families, stronger communities, and more productive societies. Investing in women's health is therefore not just a medical decision, it is a social and economic investment that benefits entire population. So, I would like to close with one thought that reflects the essence of health economics and outcomes research. Impressive women's health is not only a medical priority, it is an economic investment in healthier families, communities, and societies. Because ultimately, evidence tells us what works, but health economics ensures that what works actually reaches the women who need it most. So, thank you very much. If I take more time, sorry, more than 2 minutes.
Thank you everyone. Thank you ma'am, thank you very much. Guys, feedback form के लिए थोड़ा wait करो. 12:25 तक share करेंगे, right? We'll share at 12:20 to 12:25. Now I'm calling Dr. Akhila Reddy. She's heading the Drug Safety and Clinical Research Department in Wellness Hospitals, Hyderabad, and I know her for almost 1 year. And her ideas are amazing. She comes up with a lot of ideas and lot of implementations, and she's so hyperactive in the work. Let me say, hyperactive. She always are behind me, like for the works. Dr. Ajit, you have not done this, and Pramod sir, I think we both must take this. That she is behind us for the Six Sigma course, and we have not launched yet, so we have to launch it. So with that, Dr. Akhila Reddy, welcome, and please, we would like to listen your insights on the Women's Day.
Good morning to all. Oh, happy Women's Day to all wonderful women in the world. Firstly, on this Women's Day, I proudly thank my father for raising me strong and confident in my decision making, and equally grateful to my husband, where by encouraging the same passion and to continue all my strengths, my goals without any judgment, and all the men who supports me as well. Coming to this topic for today's is AI supported medication safety for women patient, especially as I'm working for healthcare. There are a lot many gaps, we can say that, and as Dr. Richa and Dr. Shivani has addressed it already, where clinical trials are lacking in women especially, but we can identify adverse reactions 50 to 70% twice than men. And there are many factors, many biological factors. Firstly, demographic, their pregnancy, lactation, and from menarche to their menopause. This is the gap where we can, and this is where artificial intelligence has brought the transformation in choosing the medication to the clinicians. So here how the AI has used is where we can analyze EHR, that is electronic health records, pharmacovigilance database, and genomic data. For example, we can identify drug-drug interaction when woman is on polypharmacy, and identify specific adverse drug reaction patient, and dose adjustments for pregnancy and lactation, and clinical decision as well. In fact, AI works as a preventive than correction. And there are many demographic details which can be analyzed prior as a prevention in diagnosing and in prescribing the medicine to a woman, that is age, hormonal status, and comorbs, genetics, and existing medications as well. But there is some restrictions in using AI while selecting the data, and while selecting the medicine in prescribing it. Is there are three steps. Firstly, database. Without better data, we cannot analyze a proper medication evaluation or whatever based on individual biology. And ethical and bias aware is AI. Usually it would be carefully designed. Once it is designed, then it should not we should avoid in reinforcing the existing gender basis. And the third thing is multidisciplinary collaboration, where AI scientists, clinical trial scientists, and healthcare professionals, where they are using medicine and choice, selecting the drug in choice of drug, like clinicians. This should be in a collaborative, where we can avoid lot many adverse drug reactions in women. But in AI enabled PV and medication counseling part, AI should not replace human judgment, that is a clinical judgment, but it should be augment as a human expertise, where it can save time and can make a quick decision making. And at the same time, where in the women especially, it differs from woman to woman based on their biology, and we can exactly select the drug based on the human biology, where it varies from woman to woman. This is how we can prevent many adverse drug reactions and many complications in different stages of women, where from menarche to menopause. And yeah, this is how AI can be used for in healthcare, in clinical decision making. Thank you, Dr. Ajit, for giving me this
Thank you,
opportunity.
Dr. Agla. It's wonderful, and you have put the real-time insights from the, as you're working in the hospital. Thank you very much for this. And now I would like to call Dr. Saranya Sastry. She is, a working dietitian and nutritionist and, dietitian consultant. So over to you, Dr. Saranya.
Yeah, hi, happy Women's Day to all. So with nutrition, the biggest plus point with digitalization or AI is that, like how Dr. Richa was talking about the smartwatch and all that. So now it's no more a luxury or a comfort. Earlier, the mentality was only the urban people can have access to this. Having a dietary consultation is only for the rich and not maybe for a common person who wants to have that accessibility. So affordability and accessibility has become easier, whether you want to track what you're eating or whether even if it's out to reach out to some professional, like, with apps. But I think the gap where it falls in, or where there is a shortcoming, is maybe the emotion is not captured. Somebody can be out of, talking with stress. Somebody is emotionally low. So that kind of emotional eating or the eating behavior is not captured. That is where maybe the AI has a shortcoming. But I think the bigger point is it has made accessibility and affordability easier. It's no longer a luxury or a comfort. Anybody has a problem with their health can reach out to a dietitian or a nutritionist much easier, and they don't have a myth that it is only for the upper class of people. And talking about what the government or where there can be more help with respect to research is one, like as it's already mentioned that women data is very less. But the second thing is Indian literature is also very few when it comes to food and nutrition. Anything that we Google immediately shows us a foreign or a Western context of, avocado and things which are sophisticated, which can misguide the younger population, because everybody these days Google things and everybody uses a chat GPT or something. So more research on Indian diversity of food and nutrition, where people can rely on our own, culture and cuisine, and go back to the traditional route with scientific evidence is something where we can still have a lot of scope for improvement.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Sanya, for the wonderful insights, really wonderful insights on the diet and nutrition. And of course, that is a major problem in this current era. And I have seen as well in the, when we check out the diabetes patients and, not maybe related to the women directly, but the kids, how we, behave with the kids, how we, pamper them. Majorly, if I say the girls' kid, we just, we don't care of their health, right? Frankly, if I say in the parenting, we should have this lesson like how to, behave with the kids and how to behave with their food and, dietary habits. That is very important. So, they don't feel that, they are getting the early age problems, not only boys or girls, but yeah, for everyone. But yes, especially for the girls, because they are more cautious, they are more, and they get, early problems like GDM and, certain health problems, obesity, PCOD. So, we should all be very careful about the nutrition and dietetics and, women's health. So, for the thank you very much for this wonderful, wonderful insights, Dr. Sanya. I would like to call Dr. Akanksha Tiwari, if she's here.
Hi, Dr. Ajit. It's
Thank you, Dr. Akanksha.
And
Thank you. Yes,
it's
thank you for.
Akansha Verma, Dr.
Oh, so sorry. I'm so sorry. I get confused many times. So sorry. Akanksha Verma. Yes. So sorry. Dr. Akanksha, I'm so sorry. Please, please go ahead.
Very good afternoon to you and everyone who has joined us. And good afternoon to the very inspiring panel. It's an honor for me to be truly honor for me to be part of this discussion. And happy International Women's Day to everyone. So I'll start with a simple and very striking fact. Women do live longer than men. We all know this. There are facts, there are stats available. Yet women spend more years of their lives in poor health, and this is often called as a women health paradox, right? And for decades, many diseases affecting women have been underdiagnosed, under researched, and detected too late. But today, in the age of AI, we are at a turning point, and with AI and predictive modeling, we now have the ability to actually identify this disease risk years before it actually start appearing in the body, like symptoms appear. So yes, the time is changing. So now the real question is no longer about how we treat diseases. It's about how early we can predict it and prevent it, basically. So when we talk about women's health today, we are not just discussing healthcare. We are discussing equity, prevention, smarter health system. I'll not talk much about it because most of the things have already been covered by the great ladies already. So uh, the predictive modeling, what we were talking about, what we I can talk about is it's one of the most powerful tool emerging today, which can actually transform the healthcare landscape. And For those who don't know about predictive modeling, it has already been talked about by Dr. Shivani in bits and pieces. So it's basically a statistical technique which uses historical health data, uh, algorithms, and artificial intelligence to basically understand the patterns and forecast future outcomes, behaviors, or trends. So, with predictive modeling, you can actually predict your risk of having a disease way before, like ahead of time, which ahead of time it happens, right? So now you might ask question why specifically in women health it's important, why it matters in women's health, and why we are discussing this today. So many diseases affecting women are preventable or manageable if they are detected early, as it has been said previously also. And yet they are often diagnosed too late. Like many cardiovascular diseases is a leading cause of death in women globally. Yet there are like more than 30% of deaths like happen in due to cardiovascular disease in women worldwide. Similarly, cervical cancer It's one of the preventable disease if diagnosed early. Still, many and many deaths are happening due to it. In maternal health, pregnancy related complications which could be, early, if early detected, can be prevented, but still, because they are detected at a very later age, a lot of mortality happens during pregnancy, or pregnancy related, due to pregnancy related complications. So predictive modeling is something which gives us an opportunity to change this by analyzing the data, large data sets, from electronic health records, from imaging data, from population databases, health databases, and even genomics, to identify different patterns which are there in health, which are there in the population, and then predict diseases accordingly, earlier, ahead of time, right? So and there are companies who are working on these healthcare databases. So in recent conferences where we went, there were companies who are actually collecting database, these type of data, electronic data, for different types of disease conditions, and even genomics. They were preserving the data, and this data is available within the country. So it would be great if that data can be leveraged to predict the diseases in beforehand, so that we can actually prevent it. And honestly, prevention, the cost of preventing a disease is far more lower, so it's far more economical than treating a disease. So if you get to know that if I get to know that I get a disease, I get a heart attack maybe 5 years down the line, and I know this that I know that I have chances, I have higher risk of getting it in future. So maybe I'll put up more efforts, to avoid it and to stay healthier, and that will be less costlier. So in that sense, yes, predictive modeling is a great tool to have. Now, along with the data and along with it, there comes a lot of challenges. So, despite the promise in predictive modeling, there are certain challenges which are like data gaps. So, as earlier the panelists have told that women have been historically underrepresented in many clinical trial data sets. So, it's one of the important that the women representation should be equal, if not much. It should be equal representation in the clinical trials. So when the data is captured, it should be equal for both the genders, for all the genders basically. It should not be lesser or higher for one, because once women are represented equally, then only the predictions would be better. The better the quality of data would be, the more better the predictions would be. The second thing is algorithmic bias. Models must be validated across diverse populations. So, women in India might be very different from women in Australia, in America, in US, right? So, the diverse the data is, the more diverse data we can have, the better algorithms will be, and the better predictions will be according to that particular geography. So, this is the second challenge, which is algorithmic bias, which comes due to the scarcity of data. Then the third thing is integration into health system care. So healthcare system, basically, we know that predictive modeling is good, and it can actually help you to generate information and risk. But how we can actually translate it into real clinical decision making, and how it can actually help at the policy level, that also needs to be addressed, that also needs to be supported. Like, we should be acceptive of this data which we can have from different sources, and how it can actually help in streamlining healthcare policies, specifically for women who are underrepresented, who are underdiagnosed, who are laid back somewhere, themselves. We as a society need to come together. We as a system, healthcare system, we as a government has to come together, so that we can promote women to own their health, and actually be more aware of it. So addressing these challenges require collaboration between different clinicians, data scientists, which we have, public health experts, different economists and policymakers. So it requires a lot of collaboration at different levels. And at last, I just want to say, when we are investing in preventing disease in women, we're not just improving individual health outcomes, as Dr. Rajput has said, that we are not improving individual health outcomes. We are strengthening families, we are strengthening communities, and thus at larger we are strengthening the societies. So we really look forward to having better women representation in different areas, not uh, in terms of data, if we are talking about predictive modeling, because once we have better representation of women, then only we'll be having better women oriented results, risk predictions, and then accordingly we can do the policy implementation. So thank you, Dr. Ajit, once again for having me here, and over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Kangsha. And I'm so sorry for the messing with name. I'm so sorry again. Thank you for the wonderful insights. It's a lovely, I think what we have heard from you, a little technical, but very important, very important. So we have our last panelist for today, Ms. Charanjit Ahuja. She is working in the medical coding right now. She is the manager and she is empowering a lot of people in her team. So over to you, Charanjit, for your views. And I must say, Dr. Richa, if you are here, please listen to me. She is a biggest admirer to you. Always says that I love Dr. Richa and I learn a lot from Dr. Richa. She's a biggest admirer.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I just try.
It's really nice to meet you, Dr. Richa. And thanks, Dr. Ajit, to asking me to come here and giving me the opportunity. And happy Women's Day to all of you. So, as my topic is completely different, my camera is not working. Yeah, it's working. So, as
You
my
are audible.
topic
Please
is
go ahead. Yeah.
so my topic is completely different than other. So, I'm going to say that how we can empower the women in the uh, corporate world or in the other words. So as I came from the corporate work, if we talk about the data, I can see there are 70% women who are working in the healthcare professions in the corporate world with a good education background. But if we talk about the C-suits like in the manager positions or in the upper position, there are only 20% women who are in the manager positions. There are so many factors behind that women are not there because they are not completely trained, they does not have the complete training. I'm glad that you are going to start the lean six sigma. Thanks, Dr. Ajit. So I'm going to wait for that. So as we have to fill the gap between the women's and men's in the at the highest level, we have to empower them through the educations, through the mentorships. We have to give them the complete training, the required training, because education is a foundation of the any level of service or any level of post. So we have to give them, we have to mentor them, we have to provide the sponsorship to them so that they can get trained and equally equipped to get the position and work on that position. Then we have to make sure that there should be not a barrier, there should be not a biasness behind the men and women, that women are not able to work on at that time, or they are not able to produce same as the men at the particular position. So we have to make sure that we are not going to do any biasness while promoting the women's. So we have to give the education, we have to tell them, we have to give them the mentorship, we have to make sure that there should be no barriers in the promotions, no biasness. And at the end, so whenever we give the education to the women, we mentor them, we will provide the sponsorship to them, then only we are able to fill the gap between the men and women. And to empower them, you are already doing a very good job. You are already running so many trainings to the education point of view at very low cost. I'm very glad that I met you. So that's it.
Thank you, Dr. Charan. Thank you very much. Thank you, Charanjit ji. Thank you very much. And it's really amazing to hear all of you guys. You won't believe that we had a lot in this panel discussion. We have planned 2 rounds of questions also, but I think due to the time and due to other commitments of other people here, our guests here, we have to stop it here. But yes, I think we have taken the message very loudly and very well from our panelists, our speaker. So now we would be winding it up. Before that, I would like to go for the final comments and final points from Dr. Rajput sir. Over to you, sir, and then we can go for yes.
Thank you so much. It was such a enriching experience. I was just writing a couple of the notes after every speaker.
Sir, voice is low. Your voice is little low.
Hello, just a minute. You are able to hear me now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much, because I was after every speaker's speech, right, the words of wisdom, I was writing the note, right, and I'm sure you all have read it, and it was so true, because this was such an insightful session on the global future for AI in women's health, and that too on this special day. So I extend my sincere appreciation to you, to Dr. Richa, and all the wonderful speakers who are who's and who in their own domain. They're discussing about the artificial intelligence which can reshape the future of the women's healthcare, can transform as narrated by the keynote speech of Dr. Richa. Beautifully, she has narrated for 15 minutes of the time. And let me highlight 2 important things which was highlighted here. While healthcare innovation has advanced significantly, there is still crucial gaps in the women-centric healthcare, which we have just now learned, particularly in the areas such as early diagnosis, prevention and representation in clinical research. Second is, we have also heard and learned that how AI-driven clinical research and real-world data evidence can significantly enhance our understanding of the women's health condition, leading to more precise and personalized healthcare solutions. The discussion on health economics, HEOR, we keep on discussing, and then you keep on giving the training along with Dr. Richa, which is very important, as a particularly insightful and highlighting the how AI-driven data, the real-world evidence, and predictive economics models can guide smarter policies and decisions that potentially reduce the healthcare disparities and biasness. Very important message which has been emerged today is the importance of the data quality and data inclusivity. AI can only be as strong as the data that powers it, and therefore addressing the data gaps in the women's health research remains a critical priority. As we heard in the lightning round, that by year 2030 also, and we know also that AI has the potential to transform women's healthcare through earlier diagnosis, personalized treatment pathways, predictive prevention, and smarter health system, but technology alone will not create a future. It requires what just now the speakers have said, it requires a collaboration. It requires an ethical leadership, inclusive research, and continuous education, where Dr. Charanjit has said just now, the last speaker. So closing quote, I can say that artificial intelligence may power the future of healthcare, but it is a human vision, ethical leadership, and empowered women that will ensure that this future is equitable, compassionate, and truly transformative. And I'm sure 197 total number of the people who have joined, apart from the YouTube and all, they would have gained something. They would have taken something as a back home message from all the great speakers. So thank you, my respected, distinguished speakers, the panel members, and the participants for making it one of the most successful summit on the World's Women's Day. So thank you once again, and we'll keep on meeting, we'll keep on learning from each other so that we should enrich the health overall, not only with the women, but overall to the community which is required. And of course, more to the women, because women are the backbone for the society. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and happy Women's Day to everybody. Respect
Thank you
to you
very
and
much,
to
sir.
you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your time, for your, wonderful comments, your, we admire you, and your support is always, our backbone. Immense support is like unconditional support, always. Thank you very much. So I would like to invite our academic director, Dr. Samriddhi Kamath, now for the vote of thanks. Over to you, Dr. Samriddhi.
Thank you, Dr. Ajit. But before we conclude this wonderful session, I would just like to make 2 points. In addition to what Dr. Akanksha Verma said, I truly agree that data is a main concern. You know, someone has said, if your AI model or an AI tool is as good as the data you give it, And in women health, that's the major issue. So before we talk about AI, before we talk about predictive models, we really have to talk about how we get a good data that we can collect to give to these models. I think that's a major issue. Secondly, I remember Dr. Richa talking about mammograms and cervical and breast cancer, cervical cancer. These are in huge burden now if you've been looking at it. And the main problem is mammogram and pap smear. These are the two diagnostic tests which are very uncomfortable, very invasive, so not many people go for it. So if we actually look into these diagnostic tests, get AI into it, help people make this event, diagnostic test less invasive, I think that's going to help and improve our outcome and help women everywhere. So, and just one more question before we went. I would like to ask the audience, how many of you are leaving with a one learning or one new idea on how you can improve women's health? I would like to have few responses here before we end, because that's the whole game of or the point of having this thing. We are waiting for your responses, please. While we'll be all looking at it, I think before wasting any time, I'll move ahead as well. Okay, first and foremost, I would like to thank Dr. Rajput sir for his consistent support to CliMed Research Solutions, like Ajit sir already mentioned. I'd like to extend my thanks to Dr. Ajit for conceptualizing and organizing this event on Women's Day. Thank you so much, sir. And a big thank you to all distinguished speakers and panelists for taking out the time to share valuable insights and perspectives. I'm sure your expertise and experiences have truly inspired young minds and made this an engaging and thought-provoking session. And most importantly, thank you to all our wonderful audience. Your participation, curiosity, and engagement have made this event a grand success. Thank you so much all, and happy Women's Day.
Thank you, Dr. Samriddhi. So again, thank you very much all for joining, sir, and all our panelists, speaker, Dr. Richa. Thank you for bringing the entire team. Not, I will say not entire team, absolutely, because I have seen your team. This is not the entire
Yes.
team. I have seen your
Yeah.
team, so this is not the entire team. Yes, but happy faces, lovely faces. Happy Women's Day again to everyone. Thank you very much for joining. Let's have a good Sunday, everyone. Bye bye. Take care.
And let
Thank
India
you.
should win.
Yes, let
Yes,
India should
yes,
win.
yes, yes.
Absolutely, absolutely,
Absolutely, sir.
absolutely. Thank you, everyone. Thank
Thank
you very
you.
much. Take
Bye-bye.
care, everyone. Take care. Bye
Bye-bye.
bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.